Starting this morning up right at the beginning. Haven't played this in a couple weeks. Let's see where we're at. Oh wait, I need to get my controller connected. Connected? No, it's not. Liar. Forget this device. Meh. Technical difficulties, as they say. Okie dokie. Here we go. And it takes a moment to load, but that's okay. Let's see, I don't need... That's fine. Oh, where my options aren't working right. Controls. Blah. Technical difficulties. You have to start it with the controller already connected to Steam, apparently. That's news to me. Now we wait. What's going on here? I should have just... options. Controls. Keyboard plus Pro Controller. There we go. It's a gamepad. Automatic works for me. Wow, it completely lost my settings on the update. It is connected, but it's not connected at the same time. I'm having trouble with this. It's not working. Why is it not working? No, it's not a steering wheel. It's a gamepad. Simple automatic. Yeah. Huh. It's not working at all. I don't know what's going on. Huh. Something broke. They did the updates and I can't use my Pro Controller on my game anymore. But it does work there. Yeah, it's working with Steam. I can show you. It's something. I can't get my Pro Controller to work with American Truck Simulator. Why am I so good at finding bugs? I wish I didn't have this special talent sometimes. This is frustrating. It's not what I wanted. Well, I mean, I guess we'll just use a keyboard then. I mean, it's fine. I mean, I can use my keyboard. It's not what I wanted. Oh, just continue career, I guess. Oh, I just wanted to have something relaxing this morning, and my gamepad won't work. That's unusual. Drive. I don't know where I am. Looks like I'm in Washington. Nice, good state, home state. Back home in Washington. Oh wow, it's dark. Very dark. Dark and spooky. Yeah, I'm in Bellingham. Well, Mount Baker area. Whatcom County. Welcome back home. Yeah, just relaxing. I think I'm gonna go east with this, but I haven't got there yet. Fudge. Didn't swear. I said fudge. Gamepad's easier, but it's not working right now. Yay. Well, I'm sure that what is going on? It's not as sensitive as I want. This is strange. There we go. Shotgun. There's not much to view right now, however. There's nothing to see. I did used to live here, you know. There's a lot to see during the day. There we go, we have a street light. Alright, let's see how much this job will pay. Really? Came all the way up here only to go to Astoria. It's a little disappointing. There we go. Alright, there we are. Let's see what's going on here. Boom. Let's go down to Oregon. Oregon, as I like to say. Well, my grandpa likes to say. Oregon. Are we gone? No. It's a good state. I like visiting Oregon. Lots of family there. Lots of family in Washington. Parents, all four of my grandparents. It's a good place. Especially Bellingham. That's where I lived. Went there for college, and it's still in a way home. But then I got a job. I was looking for remote work, trying not to leave home. So now I'm in Jersey City. That's how that works. I blocked somebody on LinkedIn today about that very thing. He made a post about saying how what he's gonna do is he's gonna list jobs as remote work and get the best qualified candidate and then tell them to move. That no, it's not actually remote, it's actually an in-person job, and they need to move across the country now. And I blocked him. Simple. Block. He says, oh, I'm joking, because a lot of attorneys went on and then said, you know, this is fraud and you could get sued. I'm just like, I don't want to do business with someone like that. It's not even funny to joke. It's not even a joke. Like, you don't joke about saying, I'm gonna do fraud someday. You don't joke about that. I mean, it trivializes the matter of something that is really quite serious. People have families, people have lives, and, you know, if somebody wants to move to get a job, or if you're gonna offer them a really good deal, then people will consider it. But don't bait and switch, you know. It's like going on a date with somebody and then saying, oh, I wasn't actually interested, or I was just looking for a fling. It's like, no, good people don't do that. You know, you don't do that. It's abusive and it's not right. Yeah. But anyway, so that was something I was reading today. I think work from home is great. I've been working from home for a year at my current company, and it's been working very well. I like my job, and SQOR.ai, SQOR.ai, fetch. The hard thing about going downhill in the dark is you can't see anything. And it's very windy, very dark, and very narrow with lots of obstacles. Guess what? Not a lot of fun. But I like my job, I like the people I work with, and hoping we'll make lots of money. In the meantime, maybe this will take off, who knows. And just start streaming more often. Try to do this every day for a week and see what happens. I also need to post on LinkedIn every day. And see what happens. Yeah. Don't. Yeah. Yeah, but just generally, I was watching a video by Real Life Lore this morning about Trump's threats against Panama, and I posted on Blue Sky that, first of all, it would have to go through Congress, and there's no way Congress will go through with it. Second of all, not like that stopped him with the withdrawal from Afghanistan, which was illegal. But also, Panama is America's ally. They're in the Rio Pact. Panama is on par with Canada, Germany, Australia, and Japan and Brazil, and about 50 countries. About a third of countries a quarter countries in the world have mutual protection pacts with the United States. We have more friendships than any other country in the world. There's no other country which has more allies than the United States. Oh, no. That was nasty. That was not the way I was supposed to go, but it's dark and it's hard to see. And yeah, America has more alliances than any other country on Earth. And which makes us the most defended country, not simply because our military is huge, but also because of our friendships. There are so many countries. If someone were to actually attack the United States, there are so many countries who are obligated to come to our defense that if we were to leverage those alliances, it makes America the least valuable target in the world because you have no possible way of succeeding. And if you were in one of our alliances, by having the US as a friend who will come to your aid immediately, that provides a lot of security. So with that being said, I'm almost back to the highway, so that's good. It's raining in Western Washington. Amazing. Who would have thunk? But, no, it's good that we have so many alliances with so many democracies. We need to keep it that way. And we need to not... Trump needs to stop threatening major American allies like Panama. That is absolutely not acceptable. It's inappropriate, and it is against American national security to be threatening our allies. It makes it so countries are less likely to seek our support and our help, less likely to seek out friendships with us. It's absolutely against my personal interest as an American citizen to have a president who is undermining America's closest friendships. Not to talk, and then there's the trade war with Canada, which is a major problem. Here's the thing, like, Trump's very adamant about how much he despises China and all of that. So why really is that? China's our fourth largest trading partner behind Canada, Mexico, and the EU. Well, China has a claim against Russia. The two largest cities in Russia's east are claimed by China. So, could that be the reason? Probably. Like, we've been trading with China since the 70s, and, yes, they're doing the Belt and Road Initiative to improve commerce, and there are concerns about how they are then buying up ports and all of that around the world. But if we really want to protect Taiwan, which we do, even though we don't technically recognize them as a country because of the One China policy, even though that's the case, we have the status quo with China has worked and has prevented China from doing any military excursions elsewhere. And there are a lot of problems with his foreign policy and Biden's foreign policy, which also was very hostile to China and not nearly as supportive to Ukraine as we should have been. Because even though enough aid was allocated, it wasn't delivered in time to allow Ukraine to have a swift victory. That is a major problem that I've heard from a lot of Ukrainians who I follow on LinkedIn primarily. But these are Ukrainians who know foreign politics too. These are people who are quite knowledgeable and are qualified to comment on such things. Usually from a foreign policy political science background. Wow. Blue sky's blowing up. That's nice. Oh boy. But with that being said, yeah, someone says that apparently the rhetoric on Panama's cooled and we're sending immigrants there. So, fun. Maybe that was the entire plan. But even if that was the plan or not, it should still be very concerning to every American that we have a president who won the popular vote for the first time in 20 years. That we have a president now who will threaten American allies is incredibly dangerous and either incredibly evil or incredibly stupid. And anyone who voted for him thinking they would be making America great again is stupid. And just, how could you possibly believe such a thing? It is absurd on the surface. Like, he's a fraudster. Trump has been known as a fraudster here in New York for the last, I don't know, his entire life. His father was a fraudster. They both committed fraud against the government from affordable housing. I mean, these are not good people. These are really, really bad people. And yeah, there are some bad hombres. They're in the White House now. And the rhetoric we are seeing from Trump is unnecessarily dangerous, and we're gonna have to deal with this for 4 more years. I am very strongly of the belief that, based on the opinion polling I've seen, which breaks things down by issue, Biden polled extremely well on all of his domestic policies. His domestic policies were I need to stop saying I know better than that. Biden polled extremely well on his domestic policies, and that's just a fact. There is no domestic policy, whether it be abortion, gay marriage, or economics, that Biden polls poorly. The only issues where Biden polls poorly among Democrats and the American population as a whole are his foreign policy. The standard belief by most Democrats is that, are they going to force me? Yeah, they're going to force me to take the exit. Okay. Don't do that. Don't. Fucking Christ. I need to stop swearing when I'm streaming. But the only issues where Biden polled poorly, I'm lucky that this bridge is open. It would have been really nasty otherwise. All of Northwest Washington would be unable to get out of the area without going to, like, Highway 9. And that's way far west, way far east of here. Yes, the rhetoric Trump is making about Panama is extremely unreasonably dangerous, and it needs to end, and we need to not threaten our allies, and we need to support Ukraine. Slava Ukraine. That's the only reasonable thing to do. I think a lot of people are worried right now, given this rhetoric, and I hope that it ends as soon as possible. It is putting America in danger, and our alliances are what makes America great. Our freedom is what makes America great. I was watching clips from Jon Stewart commenting on presidential inaugurations, 2000 to present. And the ironic thing I saw was that when George W. Bush was making a speech for his second term on January 20th, 2005, what he was kept talking about the importance of freedom. I can't help but think, yeah, freedom's really important. That must be why you signed the Patriot Act, and we're working on eradicating visa-free travel for NATO members to the United States. Yeah, if George W. Bush wanted to take care of, real threats to American freedom, he should have started with himself. Because visa-free travel is an extremely strong correlate to press freedom, and the only real exceptions to the rule are the Anglosphere countries, which have they make this as hard as they can. Well, here's the deal. Given this extremely tight corner, and there's a car there, of course, extremely long trailer and an extremely tight corner equals not a fun time. And then this is why it's nice to stay on the interstate when driving a truck like this, because this is extremely long. That's why I get paid so much. But yeah, it's dangerous. It's wrong. It needs to end. The sooner the better. The sooner the better. And hopefully Democrats will win in the midterms. I hope progressives do extremely well. We need to grasp onto our social values, oppose visa restrictions on American allies. We need to support Ukraine until they win and let them into NATO as soon as possible. And if Germany blocks Ukraine's NATO accession, we need to give them a unilateral security pact with the United States. So I do not know why it seems that Germany is the one that consistently opposes Ukrainian NATO membership. I don't know. I also don't trust Keir Starmer, given that he's a Eurosceptic. Euroscepticism can often correlate with hostility towards Ukraine and Russophilia, funny enough. It's not funny, it's causal. And so if in 2029, when we have a Democratic trifecta again, I hope, if we end up with a Democratic trifecta in 2029, we have to then ask, okay, how do we ensure that, we need to make sure that Ukraine has a security guarantee from the United States. Ideally as a member state of NATO, but if Germany blocks Ukraine's accession to NATO, we need to be prepared to give them a unilateral security pact like we have with Thailand or Japan. I would prefer to just put Ukraine in NATO, but barring that, we need a security guarantee, which more than anything else will give the president the ability to unilaterally send Ukraine all the military aid that is necessary whenever Ukraine needs it and the president agrees. Oh, come on! This computer gets laggy. My computer is overheating. I need a new desktop, and my old one was a cruddy AMD processor, and the MacBook's nice, but it's really not. MacBook Airs are not designed for heavy workloads. The processor is insanely powerful, but it doesn't have fans. Yeah, it doesn't have a cooling system, which means that it gets super hot. That's what it means. I mean, it's not a bad laptop, but I don't know, for what I needed, it makes sense. I needed a laptop for travel, and I still had a working desktop, and my older System 76 was still working. And now both of those computers are dead and have not been paid in a year, so I've been unable to fix them. And I'm actively looking for work, doing data work, because if I don't have I'm applying to a job at Fannie Mae, and that would pay very well. And if I get that job, I would move down to Washington, D.C., which would be quite fun. So, yeah, that's the plan. Or, if my company starts making money, I can get paid $70 per hour at my current company, at which point everything's good. So those are my options. I would rather just make money where I'm at now. That's been my preference since I got hired, because it's a great team and a good product. But it's taking too long. I'm frustrated. But yeah, that's basically where I'm at. Just need to make money. I hope that it's not responding quickly. Yeah, this is really lagging. I think it's the streaming plus the playing the game is a little much for the RAM on this machine. It also cooks the computer, so that's not ideal. Between the heat and the extra stress of streaming what I'm doing at the same time, it really adds up on the RAM. It really gobbles the RAM up on this computer. That's the problem. Welcome back to Olympia. Hooray. It's where I grew up. And then I escaped. It didn't work. Oh well. I don't let it get to me anymore. I won't let it. I have good things going for me now. Just want to finish this one and then go back to what I was doing. Just get a shower, start working. I think I'm almost done. I'm finishing up some testing today. Testing up our chatbot. And that's going to be finished up by end of day. It's quite easy, actually. — 72. Lewis County. Every county in Western Washington has something here, it seems. I think Waukegan and San Juan are the only counties the game skips. But they're very small, so it's fine. Not a big deal. Yeah, it is every county in Western Washington except Waukegan and San Juan. Everything else is present. Even if it's just a rest stop and the Highway 12 interchange in Lewis County. Every county in Western Washington is present. Which works out. Question is, do I want to go to California or do I want to go east? That's the big question for me. Yeah. Almost there. It's a really short drive, Bellingham to Astoria, on the scale of this game. But even still, even in real life, it's only a couple hours. It's with very much within a day. Churn. Ah. Need a better computer for this. Don't. God, these drivers are dumb. They're passing a truck on the left as it's turning. That's a great way to get sideswiped. It's a really bad idea. Ice cream truck. Excellent. I thought they were going to T-bone me. Drivers do all sorts of crazy things. Just like in real life. Wee hee hee. In this game, they're a little on the extreme side, though. There, it's a little much. Alright. Ah, turn! It's not responding quickly. It's very annoying. Yeah, if you play on a MacBook, it's fine. It's just when you stream and play on the MacBook, things start to... Everything's gonna take as much RAM as it can. People don't think about, hey, how do we code efficiently? No one cares about that. And I think that's a shame because it just... What is the point of adding more RAM to a computer for most people if game developers are, and it's not just this game, it's every game, are just going to fill it up with things that are simply not necessary? Like, I should be able to select, I don't need extremely high graphics on every new game. Like, that's unnecessary. It just makes the game slower and reduces game performance. We're really at a point where games got to the point a while back where things are realistic enough that, you know, the benefit of something looking just like real life is nice, but the cost is performance. So, and they're like, oh, you just get a better computer. Well, here's the thing. You'll do that for this, and then they'll find something else that they want to unnecessarily increase that doesn't improve game performance. Because I'm often quite happy playing really old games if there are no mechanics. The big reason I don't go back to a lot of, like, I have Age of Empires, the original version, and Age of Empires 2, I play them some when I have a working Windows machine. But for me, and I do like Age of Mythology Retold. It's very well designed, and I cannot wait to have a computer that can run it again, because the one I did died. Lovely. But, I just play it safe. I have so much XP at this point. But I might as well get something. Hold on. But, okay. What was I saying? There is a point where it's just, what's the benefit of having a computer, where I just don't see the benefit. And T. Let's see here. I've definitely won this game. I've played it a lot. It's been a nice comfort game for a while. Hold on. Let's grab something. Ooh, me like. That's a good deal. All the way down to Galveston. I've been to almost every city in the game so far. Yeah, we'll do that next. I think that's good for now. I'm gonna go start my morning. But it's been fun playing. Have a nice day. Let me first check and make sure I don't have any loans to pay off. Nope. Okay, have a nice day.